What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I want to look at whether the Sword of Crom is actually viable now or not. Now, there have been changes to the Sword of Crom, but there's also been changes to the stamina system. So it's actually slightly usable. I don't know. I'm going to show you a build that I put together in this video, and then you can decide if it's something you want to do. Personally, I wouldn't run around doing this all the time, but it was fun to kind of put this build together and try it out, and it's something that maybe you would want to do as well. Now, with the Sword of Crom, if you put quite a few points into grit, you are going to be able to light swing this sword multiple times. However, with no points into grit, you are not going to get a combo out of this sword. It is going to drain all of your stamina, no matter which attack you do. However, there is something fun that you can do with the Sword of Crom, and it has to do with rolling thrust. You see, every time I roll, it gives me a countdown timer where my next attack is not going to cost any stamina. So I roll, I get a countdown timer in the left hand corner, and if I attack with this weapon, it's not going to cost me stamina, meaning I can just run up and one-shot things and move on with my day. So the best way to use this, if you're going to do this, is to go against a single target, do the roll and the downward slash. Obviously, you can see it doesn't always work on a moving target, but this is going to one-shot enemies. So as we move up to this guy, we'll do a roll, we'll do a one-shot slash, roll back, and boom. Again, one shot. We are one-shotting so many enemies, and with the reduction in health, there isn't a whole lot that you can't one-shot until you get to bosses. So that begs the question, how does this build do against bosses? Let me show you the build first, and then I'm going to go after the King Scorpion there and show you how this build can actually be used to defeat the bosses. So for my armor, I have basically nothing important. I have the gold earrings, and I'm wearing the Defari skin just for the 3% bonus in strength. This was not crafted. I spawned this in, so this is the lowest possible armor I could get out of this set. You can see the entire set is only 68 armor, which is not a whole lot. On the Sword of Crom, we put the Master Weapon fitting, so it has 112 damage and 34% armor pen. Let's jump over to the attributes that I chose to do for this. It's 4 full points in strength, so we have all of those attributes. I chose the second skin. Equipped armor weighs 25% less. The reason why is because we're simply not going to be doing combos with this weapon, so you can choose either one of those. If you wanted to have this same setup for a different weapon, you could do that as well, but I chose that just to mitigate the amount of damage that we're putting out. Then on the last perk here, we did choose the Crushing Swings perk. Your heavy attacks stagger for 25% longer and no longer rebound off shield, so you can one-shot enemies that are blocking. In agility, the most important perk that you choose here is the last one. It needs to be that rolling thrust so that you can roll and swing without losing the stamina from the swing. You only use the stamina from the roll. Precision Strike is the second one that I chose because it does give me an extra 10% armor penetration while I'm carrying a medium to light load. And then we have Vitality, 50% increased healing, and then Glutton for Punishment, which is going to heal our last instance of damage over 15 seconds. This is just what I chose to put together for this build. You could make a variation of this, add some points into grit, maybe some into expertise so that you can carry more, but this is how I chose to roll this. And let's go ahead and see if we can defeat the giant King Scorpion with this build. Let's go. We're going to roll in, we're going to downward, and we're going to take a hit. You can see that I did take a pretty decent size hit there, so you know that I am not in God mode or cloaked. And what we're just going to continue to do is downward slice and then roll out of the way. We're timing those rolls so that we don't take the damage like that, and then we're getting in with that downward strike. I think you guys are probably already surprised at what level this guy has lost in health. You can see he's probably about 2 hits away from the full death, and we'll just do one more real quick. There we go. He's dead, and I don't have to worry about him anymore. I don't think that fight took over a minute, if it even took that long. I wasn't timing it. I'm filming this live, so I'm not sure how long it took, but it was really, really fast, and you can do this against any enemy as long as you know their attack pattern and when to roll. You'll be able to just wreck shop on those enemies. The one thing that I will say about this build is it is not good for multiple enemies. So if you have multiple enemies attacking you, it's really not going to do very good. And if you mess up like I did there, you are going to end up being completely out of stamina. However, if you can time yourself properly, you can see I'm just taking monstrous amounts of hits without having any of the bonuses from actually decent armor. But you can see just how hard it is to hit or attack multiple enemies here. So it is definitely something that you really only want to use if you're going up against a single target, or if you are able to kind of get away and get in for that damage just like that. But once you have a single target, this is just one of the easiest things to do. It's super fast. It does an absolute ton of damage. You can see just like that. We'll just finish him off here. We only need one more hit. And there we go. Just does a ton of damage. Obviously, I was close to death there. However, like I said, going up against multiple targets, it's really not good for. If I'd have cleared out those other targets in some other form or fashion first, it would have been a much easier fight. For a bonus here, we'll go ahead and test this out with the Red Mother. I do also want to let you guys know I am not using any potions to buff. This is all simply just me doing the damage with the weapon and the armor that I have. So not a lot of extra stuff going on. I took big hits there, but as long as I'm not taking those hits, as long as I'm rolling properly and I'm getting those strikes in, this fight is actually going to go very quickly. So we'll just continue on. We will roll, we'll continue on, and then we'll roll and continue on, and so on and so forth. Repeat the process. We'll go ahead and heal mid-fight here just because it's fun. We'll look at the health that we have as well left on the dragon. Not a whole lot. You can see we're doing about 1,000 damage for each swing, and we're going to take big hits there and almost dead again. Good job. But we don't need to worry because now it's dead as well. So about 1,000 hit points every time we swing this thing against the Red Mother. So there you go. I actually tried to make this build as difficult as possible to be successful. I didn't put really good armor on. Yes, I did put strength armor on, but that would be expected anyway. So this is something that could potentially be viable, but it does lock you into a roll and then strike every time kind of scenario. So it's something that you'll have to decide if that's something you want to do. But this definitely deletes the bosses in Conan Exiles. I want to know from those of you that are in PvP, does it delete other PvP players or their thralls? That's what you can tell me in the comment section below. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button that says join on this page. Click that for details. There's 2 videos on the screen. Click one of those to watch next, and I'll meet you over there.